Well, hello, my YouTube friends. As you can see, it's not going to be again a tabletop review. I'm very well, very cool in my chair like that. And that's going to be also another buddy video talking about a knife that I expected for a long time. And I, kind of waited because before doing this vid because like you say, sorry, I purchased a lot of knife lately, and I don't keep track of things, so I don't even have the time to shoot a video about all the knives that I bought. But this one I wanted to give it a thought before making a video about it. That's the very well known BODEGA from Mr. BEGG. And in this special particular package with the lightning strike carbon fiber inlays. So that's a very difficult model to get. Actually, to get a BODEGA today, it's very difficult, and especially this one in the lightning strike carbon fiber is even more difficult. They stopped the production, TODD of this knife, and I don't know that they gonna be another batch. I don't know. You know what? I hope that they will, because as usual, I like people to enjoy great knives, and this is a great knife. So now, they reached summits. They're no more the fame actually, because I don't know. The fame is like that, so you are interested in one knife or one brand or one maker, and after that you get to another one. So during a lot of time they were highly searched, and I think that people don't sell them no more, or the interest has lost just a little bit of their interest about the BODEGA, and that's a shame, because that's a beautiful knife. And again, as you all know, I'm a collector, I'm not a flipper guy, so I really hope that that they will make it again, because I think that the BEGG that they did is just an awful knife. I think it's too big. It doesn't has the elegance of this knife. It's a sturdy knife, yeah, for sure, but the double flute that they use, the huge blade that they use, I mean, it's good, but compared to the ergonomics of this knife, which is just crazy awesome, it's not the same story. So BEGG is just another thing for people who want to have another knife. But this BODEGA was one of the greater achievement in knife world, and I will try to make a kind of review about this knife. So I held it, for some days now to have my opinion about that. And let me tell you, my friend, that all the superlatives that has been used to describe this knife, they were well deserved. By all means, this is the perfect knife. It has everything in it to make a perfect knife. First of all, what is described was the flipping action. But these days with the IKBS, that's why probably people lost some of their interest about the BODEGA, because it set for a long time the standards of the smoothness in flipping action. And that, my friend, is really a smooth knife, for sure. But now a lot of people use the IKBS, so you get kind of used to this knife. But my friend, flipping action and the action in general is not everything in a knife. This knife is superb by I mean, you take the blade, you take the handle, everything is superb. That handle shape, the curve of the handle shape fits just perfectly, as if it was designed for the hand. I won't take the analogy of the banana that was developed by some guy there to say that it was it fit perfectly the hand. This knife fits the curve of the handle, fits absolutely perfectly your hand. It doesn't have jimping here, but it's not, I mean, it's pointless to put some jimping on it. It would spoil the neat aspect here of the blade. And again, by all means, this knife is what I would call an elegant knife. It has some really nice lines. Everything is well thought. You know, let's start, if you want, by the blade. This blade is not only beautiful, but it has look at the blade length, the cutting length that you have here. That's a slicer. It has a nice and deep hollow grind. It cuts like hell. You can use it for every task of the day. Whether, I mean, you can cut your meat with it. Look at that. It's a great knife to cut your steak. It's a great knife to open your letters, to open the cardboard. That's the definition, you know, of an ergonomic blade for EDC. That's a great knife for EDC. That's also like the harpoon here. It's just beautiful. That's also a knife that you can, I mean, you can use to defend your life for sure. The tip here is strong and it's very pointy, very penetrating for sort of trusting. That would be absolutely great. Also, not that I recommend this kind of use, but you know, if you have to defend your life, that is also the purpose of a knife. Why not? So again, a very ergonomic knife. That's a tool, my friend. That is a tool. It's not only a collector knife. This blade shape is excellent for EDC, and it's also a collector because it is kind of complex. Look at that. You have the nice here all hollow grind, this nice line, what they call here the flute with this black finish. I think it's whatever coating they put it inside with those nice holes with this pattern, you know, small, big, like that. The harpoon here with the perfect swedge. And what is to say about this satin finish of the very best effect? Look at that here, the flattened satin. All the lines, you know, here, vertical lines, horizontal lines here, the flute, here again, the vertical lines. This is just poetry. Even the TODD BEGG logo doesn't bother me here. It looks perfectly well. So that is, you know, along with the Benchmade Ruckus and also the blades from, you know, like the Shirogorov. Those are the blades that I really like to have in hands because they combine the beauty and the ergonomics for the use of a tool. You know, you see what I mean? So that is just an awesome knife. But the blade is not the only part that is a user also. As I said, the handle is just fantastic. So it fits perfectly in the hand with a large hand as I can have. Here the flipper makes a kind of guard to secure the grip, and if you have this guard here, your finger won't go anywhere, so you don't need, you know, to have this jimping here. That again would spoil the beauty of the spine here, the neat aspect that you have here between the blade and the continuum here of the handle. Then let's talk about the handle. You have this beautiful lightning strike carbon fiber with some copper wire missing, but I don't care, you know, it's just beautiful. Here the pivot with the cracked ice finish. You have also the back spacer with the cracked ice. This oh, come on, focus. This is just crazy awesome. I love that. Cracked ice on the clip also with the ball bearing here. That makes for a very easy integrated clip. You know, when you want to integrate the knife in your pocket, it helps a lot. Here you have for the reverse grip, you have a nice jimping here, really nice, very nice feel in hand. I just love how it feels in hand. And here again you have the choil for a small cutting task that makes also for, you know, very nice carry in hand like that. Overall, that is one of the more fantastic knives that I've ever experienced in hand, and you know that I have some knives in my collection. I couldn't care less about this awful hole for the lanyard, but for those of you who care, why not? For me, I mean, it spoils the beautiful tie that you have here. You probably all know about this piece that is interchangeable, you know. It's kind of neat because if the lock fails, you can always change this part here. That is very clever. Locking is just perfection. Come on, focus here. You don't want to focus? I'll make you focus. Okay. It's perfection here. You have this kind of finish that makes, you know, here for another it prevents for over traveling here, so kind of lock bar stabilizer just by design. It, you know, it prevents the over traveling. Here also you have the nice hole with the same pattern that on the flute, big hole, small holes, big hole, small holes, like that. What can I say, my friend? The design is absolutely awesome. The inlay of lightning strike carbon fiber here. This engagement is just awesome. You have to pass the detent, but then after it's just smoothness at its, look at that, it's gonna suck the blade here, and the detent is, that's what I call a detent, Mr. Rick Hinderer. That's what I call a detent. You can put all the strength in the world, that won't open. And Mr. Hinderer, that's what I call a flipper also. So, you know, I made my point on my video about Hinderer. I don't want to go that way again, but really that's the package that I need, you know, a nice flipping action like that, smoothness, and then a very nice detent. You need to have this package when you buy a knife these days. So my friend, I don't know if my video is gonna shot anytime soon from now on, but I think that I said what I wanted to say about this knife. If ever you have the chance to score it, do it. I mean, it's not an inexpensive knife per se. It's on the contrary, it's a very expensive knife to get, but that's what I call a collector. That's a grail knife. That is a flawless knife. That is a beautiful knife. Everything, every part of this knife is just beautiful, and I hate that they stopped this production, because as I said, the BEGG is in any point is I mean, it's a mistake for me. I mean, it's not a mistake, it's a great knife, but compared to the BODEGA, I wouldn't call that a BEGG, you know, because it looks too much like a BODEGA. And to me, when you want to have a BODEGA, that's what you want to have, not also the other model that I made. This knife is so beautiful that it sets the standards of what a BODEGA should be. And I really hope, my friend, that a lot of you guys will have the chance eventually one day to hold a knife like that. I bought this knife from my friend Brad, Knife Addict. I can't thank you enough, buddy, to let me the chance to get this knife. I feel sorry also for you, my friend, because I know that you loved it and that you needed to make some room, you know, when you sold it. Hopefully you'll get a chance to get another one, because I'm sure that after watching this video you will need to get another BODEGA for you. And you know, I cross my finger that you will have the opportunity to score another one, because this is just fantastic knife. So I'm gonna stop here while making just another flipping like that for you to enjoy the beauty of this knife. My friend, I will catch you for another video very soon. Bye.